Hey, what's up? I'm Tyler Wysong, and in this video, I'm going to give you an amazing exercise to help you work on your mixed voice. The 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle, states that for many outcomes, roughly 80% of consequences came from 20% of causes. So in regards to mixed voice, there really are just a few key things that you should be doing to get the majority of your results. Here's the big problem though. What if you're spending the majority of your time on the wrong 20%? Don't worry, I'm gonna get you headed in the right direction. Let's go. In the way that I teach mixed voice, what we need to do is learn to turn the voice over. This simply means the exchange from the first resonance of the vocal tract as your primary boost of resonance, handing off to the second resonance of the vocal tract as your primary boost of resonance. It would look like this on a graph. Here is the first resonance is the primary boost, and you see the second harmonic is the loudest. And now you can see in this example that the third harmonic is the loudest. We've successfully turned the voice over and handed off to the second resonance. Now, what we all tend to do is we tend to track with that first resonance all the way up, resulting in either a strained, shouted, or if you try to go too high with it, a very thin sound. For example, you can hear my first resonance changing if I thump on my throat like this. Now watch what happens if I track. I mean, there's no way that narrow of a shape is going to make a big full sound. It won't. So a big culprit of this tracking as we are ascending pitch is the back of the tongue. So when the back of the tongue lowers, depresses and lowers, it raises the first resonance. Here's a good ah. And if I lower the back of the tongue, you hear the resonance raise. And this is a sneaky one. We tend to do this instinctively, especially around our passaggio or bridge or break area. So I want to give you an exercise right now that can be a complete game changer in helping you figure out how to break this lock so you can get your voice turned over and sing in your mixed voice. So this is an exercise that is like a sequence, and it's inspired from my teacher, Chadley Ballantyne. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple inflections on 3 different vowels. We're going to say A, O, and then we're going to do a mixed vowel, like a French vowel, which is having an A with the tongue and an O rounded lips. Ooh, it's kind of like that kind of sound. Sorry, my French speaking people. It's more about the range of motion, not the actual enunciation of the French language. So what we're going to do, A, O, so we have A, O, then keep the lips there and move the tongue back to A. So you almost have to think of A and O at the same time, especially if that sound is not in your language. For us American English speaking people, this definitely isn't. So you might have to play with that a little bit. A, O, U. Just these little kind of inflections, getting used to that. We're setting up the resonator shape, and we're preparing the back of the tongue and really the tongue to be fluffy or to be floaty inside of the mouth instead of pressed down and straining, and also consequently tracking that resonance. So then what you would do at this point is slowly open and reveal to an ah, and it might be a different kind of ah vowel than you're used to singing with, and try taking that up on a scale like this. A, O, U, ah. And the voice is just moving up and down very easily. I'm getting a lot of bright resonance in my voice for free simply because of my tongue position. Now, if I did and I shove my tongue down like that, all of a sudden I'm going to get a nice, awesome, dull sound that feels terrible, which unfortunately a lot of times is what we do in the middle part of our range. Like here, I hate demonstrating the wrong way. So but something like this, can we talk? You know, if you're like, I know that that's a major exaggeration, but look at what happens if I get the tongue back in the right spot. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I wanna know. My tongue feels kind of in this fluffy place, and I'm telling you, this part of my range, I used to avoid it like the plague, and now it's becoming one of my favorite places to sing in. My bridge area, my break area, my strain, my place that I used to strain and push in and sound like I was lifting something heavy, or this kind of sound is completely unnecessary in this part of the range, especially if you just get the shape right. I want to show you how this goes even higher and how it works amazing to go even higher. But I do just want to mention this concept of the turn and actually really the shape are two laws that I call in my latest course called the 4 Laws of Vocal Technique. This course is incredible. It can really be the thing that helps take you from being a good singer to a great singer. I put all of my weird and strange ideas in there, but that get results. If you want to check that out, I got a link for you down below. Now let's try taking this up a little bit higher and notice how the voice keeps turning over, breaking that lock, first resonance, second harmonic, breaking that lock like this instead of tracking like this. Hey, oh, yeah. See right up there? I turned. The voice turned. And it's like if you set the shape up right, you don't have to do anything. It happens passively. Actually, I'm not doing anything. I'm just setting the shape up correctly from the get-go. Then I'm allowing the resonance to passively migrate. It feels like it goes up higher in my head somewhere. Hey, oh, yeah. When a man loves a woman. And see, I'm just singing straight through. It's a little outside of my bridge and then straight down through my bridge, and it feels very comfortable. I'm not squeezing with my neck. It's amazing. My friend, I believe everything is figure-outable. There is a solution to every problem, and I really hope that this idea and this exercise helps you fix and solve yours. If you like this video, please give me a like. Come on now. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe to my channel and join the family. Until next time.